Well, YouTube is part two. So, I mean, looking back over my life, I've been, it's been a lot. It's been, a lot of women that, expressed their interest in me romantically or whatever, and it's been a lot of women that I've been attracted to. You know what I mean? But like I said, when I was younger, beginning, learning about the Lord and being a Christian. And then on top of that, right, going deep into, metaphysical study and trying to understand how the universe worked and expanding my consciousness and all that kind of stuff, man. It took me on a whole different trajectory, man, than most, not just black women, but just most people, period, in society. So, I just never really had too much in common with, well, I shouldn't say that. I should say, because I can relate to, a lot of the stuff people deal with. It's just people couldn't relate to what I was dealing with, what I was thinking about, you know what I mean, and my interests and where I was trying to go with my life. And I noticed, I never really met, I've met women that I was attracted to, but, it was like, everybody that you attracted to don't mean that that's the person you're supposed to be with. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not intelligent women, it's not good women. I met a lot of good, intelligent women that I wished I could have been with, but they just weren't, compatible with me. So, I mean, as far as coming up, as far as growing up, just observing, like what the sister was saying, this type of behavior among so many different women is weird. Because to me, I was just thinking, I don't really deal with too many women, women as far as being friends, because so many women to me are like little children, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm not saying all women, but there's, so many, and this is people, period, men too, but I'm talking about women now, are seen to just be, just irresponsible, selfish, people, and are caught up in the complete materialism of what this American society says is what life is supposed to be about. And I don't understand there's a lot of dysfunction, there's a lot of abuse and stuff like that contributes to this type of cycle, man. So you got a lot of women that just they good at being sexy. They good at being fine. They know how to dress up. They know what's attractive to a man's eye. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really what's attractive to a man's mind, and his spirit. And which is sad, is in the end, that's really the reason why so many women end up, why so many relationships end up, in the gutter. 50-60% divorce rate or whatever it is in the African American community. Dang near 80%, child born out of wedlock situation, broken homes, etc., etc. Yeah, I guess it is hard to find, the type of person that you're compatible with, especially because I've done so much to take myself outside of the realm of normality or being an ordinary person. You know what I mean? Like for example, one little example, if you read one book every 2 weeks, that's 24 books a year, right? 2 books a month. If you read 2 books a month or 1 book every 2 weeks, you will be immediately put in the top 10% of all literate people in America, or the most literate people in America, by reading 24 books a year. You know what I mean? And that's, I'm not talking about comic books or hood novels, like hood romantic novels like these women. I'm talking about, true science. But yeah, whatever you do read, 24 books a year, you know what I'm saying? You in the top 10 top 10% of most literate people in America. And for like 3 or 4 years straight, I read 3 to 5 books a week. You know what I'm saying? I've read thousands of books. So what's going through my mind and the ideas that I've exposed myself to, and the types of thought process that I developed over the years is so, is so far You know, it's so far beyond what the average woman deals with in her daily life. It's like it's hard for me to connect with a lot of women. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I seen I was watching the show. You know, I watch these shows. They fascinated me. All the little dating shows and stuff. I've been watching them for years. Well, when I was watching TV, but it was always fascinating to me how simple people's conversation was. You know, how you doing? I'm doing good. What you like to do? I like to bowl. What you like to do? I play basketball. You know what I'm saying? They build a whole relationship off of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to, you know, like slow my mind down, you know, long enough to even deal with that. You know, then you got the educated sisters that, you know, that's cool, but, you know, having a degree, you know, never really impressed me. I dropped out of high school as fast as I could because I understood that they were indoctrinating people, but they weren't teaching people how to be conscious. You know what I'm saying? How to use more of their own inner resources, how to develop their own nervous system, and how to use the other 90% of your brain or whatever you want to call it, you know. And so that's what I was always into. So, you know, I guess I'm gonna put more time. You know, I've been putting, you know, all this time to myself, learn about who I am and what I'm supposed to be, my purpose in life, and you know what the true meaning of a life is. You know, which, by the way, to me, the true meaning of life is that, you know, you develop yourself to the best of your ability so that you can help other people, you know, become the best person they can be. You know what I'm saying? And fulfill the purpose. I think that's fulfilling the purpose that God has for our lives, for each and every one of us, is to make the world a better place. Which is fundamentally diametrically opposed to what most women believe they, you know, the purpose of life is. And, you know, the purpose of life for a lot of women, or people period, but, you know, for a lot of women, seems to be the purpose of life for them is to be happy, you know, and to have a successful relationship. Like, that's the whole, like, center point of a lot of women's lives. And to me, that's just, you know, I mean, that's cool. You know, I'm not knocking that. That's a good thing. But if that was the case, you know what I'm saying, everybody in America had a nice relationship and they were happy, the fact of the matter is you still got the rest of the world that's living in, you know, dire conditions, like they in the Stone Age or something. Don't have electricity, running water. Billions of people, man, don't have running water in their houses. You know, so to me, it's obvious that we should be helping, you know, other people, and that's the real purpose of life. You know, and really, if people quit being so selfish and trying to get everything for them, my relationship, my family, my house, my career, my money, my car, you know, and started helping other people, that would bring happiness to your life. Like, I've never really been in a long-term relationship, but I'm a happy person. I know I'm good. I'm healthier. I'm happier. I'm smarter than a lot of people I know that's been in tons of relationships. So that can't really be it. I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't no real point to these videos. I just thought what the sister was saying was strong. It just kind of sparked, you know, some thoughts in me, and I guess I kind of wanted to talk about it and use YouTube as a format or whatever. But you know, I do believe that everything is, you know, all things are possible. You know, to him that believes, like Jesus said. So you know, I'll probably meet my soulmate at some point. And I guess when I do, you know, maybe I'll report back to the YouTube community or something. I don't know. Anyway, peace, love, and happiness to everybody, man. Y'all stay up.